So I'm Amanda Vivial, and I am a distributor with SeneStory International. And this is my SeneStory. So I started January 8th of 2013. I didn't really want to sign up for anything but the discount. Like I pretty much had told myself included, but others, oh no, I'm just going to sign up for the discount. If I like it, I'm just going to sign up for the discount. So let's back it up. November 2012, I liked a boutique on Facebook. Someone had liked it in my friends, and so I liked it as well. And I bought a shirt from this boutique. It was called Unbridled. I was asked to like her page. If any of you know who I'm talking about, it's Dawn Christian, Queen Dawn Christian. Anyway, so she suggested I like her makeup page, and so I did. I thought it was going to be like Makeup Geek. So I liked her page, and then she started posting about this lipstick that doesn't come off. So, of course, I love makeup. I love it all. Everything makeup I love. But I really love lipstick because I have no natural color to my lips whatsoever. I mean, it's the color of my flesh pretty much. And my clients would come in after doing hair and nails all day, and they would be like, are you not feeling okay? Or are you tired? And it would be like, it's because I don't have lipstick on. I don't have time during the day to reapply all the time, although I tried very hard to do that because I did not want to look like I didn't have my lips on. Okay, so that was in November, and I messaged her and just asked her about lip scents, and she asked me about my skin and what color foundation I wore, and told me that we'd actually have to get together to do a color match for lip scents. And so I just kind of forgot about it, and she mailed me a little package that had skincare samples in it, her business card, and it had a little ivory foundation sample in it. And I thought, oh, that's nice. And so I stuck it in my vanity drawer because it was a gift. I wasn't going to get rid of it. But I really didn't have any intention on trying it. I just wanted this fabulous lipstick. So just kind of didn't think about it at the time because I'm in Lubbock, Texas, and she's in Ada, Oklahoma. So it wasn't something that I knew either one of us would be close enough to each other to actually get to try lip scents. So January came around, and she started posting like a lot, or maybe I just noticed it a lot. I don't know. So Dawn was posting like crazy, and it was free sign-up month. So I messaged her and I said, hey, I want to try it. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. What colors do you like? What do you have? And she said, how far are you from Abilene? And I said, well, I'm close enough that I would go there or meet whoever halfway. And she had just recruited a girl there in, I can't remember what town, but it's just right outside Abilene, and her name is Irene Smith. And she asked Irene if she would come meet with me, and Irene said, sure. And she is a hairdresser herself, so she showed up. And I don't know if you guys have ever met Irene, but she is a hoot. She's adorable. She's precious. We hit it off like we had always been friends. She is this sweet little Hispanic woman that talks as Texan or more Texan than I do. And we just fell in love with each other. So long story short, we went to lunch, and I said, okay, I want to sign up. I don't want to sell it. I've done all that, been there, done that kind of thing. I just want to focus on my hair and nail business. And she said, that's fine. You can sign up for personal use, no big deal. And we kind of were learning together that day. It's really funny when we look back and we talk about that day because neither one of us knew what was going on. So anyway, we're sitting there and we're eating our lunch, and then it just hits me. I'm no dummy. If she's the closest person to me, who is almost 3 hours away, I probably need to rethink the selling. Just give it a shot. So while we sat there and I signed up for free, then I ordered the lips kit, and I thought, well, I'm gonna need product to sell, I mean, right? And so we talked about the the colors in the lip kit, and I thought, well, I want the colors that are in the lip kit to be the ones that I have on hand to sell. So I overdrew my checking account to buy stock. I don't recommend that. However, it worked out and I didn't get grounded by my husband. Anyway, I didn't even actually tell him. I didn't tell him. So my first color was blue red. I got it from Irene that day. Remember, I overdrew my checking account, and then the next day I went to work, and everybody at the salon was just like going crazy over my lips because I owned a salon at the time. It was called Artistics, and everybody wanted it. So before my stock even arrived, I'd sold it all and replaced an order, and it was just like every day I was replacing orders or placing orders. And as soon as my stock came in, everybody just came to the salon. We played for about 2 or 3 weeks. That's what I did. You know, I stayed late, had people over at the salon a lot. I did a couple of in-home demos, but mainly it was at my salon. That was on January 8th, and one of my friends had come up to the salon, and she loved Dusty Rose, and she left with a collection. And I just was like, you know, by the way, it's free sign up. And she was like, okay. I was like, are you kidding me? So she signed up, and then it just wildfire. I mean, just like, whew. And it was just kind of crazy how it all happened. And before I knew it, I'd earned a car, and Dawn would call and say, hey, you're a maiden. And I'm like, okay, what's that? Now you've skipped lady, and now or you skipped royal and you went to lady. I'm like, okay, what's that? And then she said, now you're going to skip countess and you're going to hit duchess. And then soon after I hit princess. It was just so fast, so quick that none of us, I mean, we were like, whew, we had no clue what we were doing. We were a hot mess. Sometimes we still are, but that's okay. So anyway, earned the car, didn't get the car because I was really, really scared. You know, I don't know if some of you guys can relate when things get really good and you start feeling like things are going, you know, the way that they're supposed to and stuff. You kind of have fear, and sometimes I guess with that fear you feel like you don't have enough control, and so you kind of clam up. Well, that's what I did. I went to seminar. So I signed up in January, went to seminar in April, and had a blast. Some of my friends from Lubbock went, and we met Irene. We had so much fun. And then we got back, and the real work had to start because I had this downline. I had this huge downline that I had to train. And before, when I was another direct sales company, I just showed up. I showed up with my guest, and if they told me to bring chips, I brought chips. You know, it was one of those things where I didn't know how to lead. I mean, I can lead my family, and I can, you know, lead my customers into what's right for them, for their hair. But it was hard for me to lead all these women who none of us knew what we were doing. And so I kind of withdrew inside myself for months. I kind of shut everybody out. I deal with depression, and I think I used that as a crutch. I mean, at the time I was going through some stuff, and medications were being changed, and so I really was having a tough time emotionally. But I actually just kind of shut down. I shut down, and I regret it. But then on one hand, that was part of my journey, and so I'm really glad that I had that opportunity in the beginning to grow so fast. That way I could take a step back later, and I'll tell you more about that too. But so I clammed up. My team didn't know where I went, what was going on, and so Dawn was juggling her team, all her downline, mine, and then some. She was going for Crown Princess, and so a lot was going on at that time, and I was just kind of MIA. So fast forward a few more months, and I decided, you know what, I need to get back into the swing of things because I had customers needing products, which I always still service my customers, but I just kind of team. And I'm thankful because a lot of those girls are still on my team, and so it's really sweet, the support that they showed me during that difficult time. So anyway, went to seminar that year. I was princess. You know, we were starting to build again because we lost a lot of girls because after 6 months, if they hadn't placed an order, a lot of them signed up during free sign-up month, then they just kind of didn't order and went inactive. So, and at the time, I wasn't really good about keeping up and keeping in contact as well as I am now. And so, they just kind of went away. Actually, some of them have come back like 2 or 3 times, and they've stuck. Which, if you know Dawn's story, she signed up 3 times, and 14 years later, she becomes a queen. So, you never know. It's all about timing, and I do know that now. At the time, when I went for my 3rd seminar and I opened up my packet, I had gone down to a lady. So remember, I built really quick. I went really fast, and I hit princess really quick, which was really cool. And then didn't do much that next year. And the 3rd year, bam, I lost my rank. So I became lady. I was really, really, really upset, but I was trying to be strong for my girls on my team and the other girls that I'd become really good friends with, because everybody was just like, and so, but I wasn't mad at anybody but myself. Like, some of the girls were mad, you know, saying, I wish I'd known, somebody should have told us or whatever. And we probably had been told at some time. I don't know. You know, because that contract, that agreement that you sign has all that in there. But who reads that, right? So anyway, man, it was, I mean, my bubble was burst. And so I had to get back home from seminar, which was great. I always have fun at seminar and suggest everybody go to seminar. But my bubble was burst. And so I had to come home. I licked my wounds for a little bit. I did not totally retreat like I had the year before, or 2 years before. So I thought, you know what, girlfriend, you're going to get on it. And so that's what I did. I started really believing in myself like I had never done before. My husband has always been very supportive. And so, I mean, he's like, you can do this. I mean, you did it before, kind of thing. And so, but the thing that meant the most to me was Dawn never gave up on me. I mean, there were times that she could have, and really sometimes she probably should have, but she didn't give up on me, and she always checked in, and she knew with my personality how to talk to me, and that meant a lot to me. It meant a lot that she believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. So anyway, so things started going really hot and heavy again, and we had some really major rock stars coming up, because you want to, sponsor the masses and develop the stars, like Leslie says. And so that was happening. A lot of things were happening in our downline, and so some of those girls didn't have an upline. So Deborah Sue and she's here in Lubbock with me, and we just got together and we're like, okay, let's make a plan. Let's do this. And before we knew it, everybody was signing people up left and right. Ranks were happening. I went from lady to countess. Did I hit duchess? I can't. Okay, yes, I did. Okay, confused because the first time I skipped so many. I did. I went from lady to countess, and then duchess, and then lady to countess. I missed duchess by just one person that second month, so I had to wait the next month to do my first month again. That was kind of a blow, but I was like, you know what? It's God's timing. This is my journey. So hit duchess, and then the second month of duchess, I was in my first month of princess, hit princess, and I'm just telling you, this time meant so much more to me. Not that the first time didn't, but this time meant so much more to me because I actually knew what the heck I was doing, and I was like working so hard for it, and my girls were working so hard for it. It wasn't just that they wanted to rank for them, they wanted to rank for me. Like, they wanted it so bad for me, and I wanted it so bad for them. And so that's when you know that you've got a great team, because teamwork makes the dream work. And I know it's like a cliche to say that, but it's so true. Anyway, so August rolls around, and things are really starting to go really good. And I kind of thought Crown Princess was, kind of there on the horizon, wasn't really sure, had the attitude of, well, if I don't hit Crown Princess this year, then I'll hit it next year. And I talked about it with Dawn, and it was like, no big. And then December hits, and I'm like, man, this is this is really a possibility. Like, this is crazy. This could happen. And then January hit. January was a little slow, and we were kind of like, well, okay, it may not happen by March 31st, but that's okay. My attitude was, that's okay. It's going to happen regardless. It's just timing has to be right. So I went on the Crown Princess retreat, and Joni had everybody stand up, you know, different ranks were standing up, and then she's like, if your GSV is blah, 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 stand up. So girls were standing up. If it's blah, 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 stand up. And she started going higher and higher and higher. And mine was about at 8:30, 8:15, 8:30, something like that. 830,000, I think it was. And so all these girls are standing, and she's like, okay, you guys are going to be crown princesses this year, March 31st. You'll start April 1st as a crown princess. And I was like, there's no way. So I looked at Dawn. I sat down, and I picked my jaw up off the ground, and I looked at Dawn. I'm like, Dawn, can it happen? And she's like, yep, but y'all got to get busy. And let me tell you, my team got busy. My whole downline, we were on fire. Everybody was, we had gone to this, wonderful Crown Princess retreat. Seminar was coming up, and it was so crazy. And there were times that my faith would just kind of, it's not going to happen. And I'd start to get down on myself. And then the whole comparing myself to other people, the whole, well, she's only been in it 6 months, and she's a ruby crown princess. And I'm not even a crown princess yet. Or why can't I do? I'm doing the same thing she's doing. The whole comparing myself to somebody else, which I finally had to go, no, you are not like her. My motto now is I'm not like her. I'm like me. And every time Satan starts that little in the back of my head, I have to remind him that he has no power over me. I actually declare it and tell him to go back to hell where he belongs, and that I'm not like them. I'm like me. And that has been huge for me. I'm not a major goal setter. Goals really scare me. And so that was what was scaring me, is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit this goal, or I'm not. And then I'm going to feel really cruddy because I didn't hit my goal. And so I had to get over that mindset. It was one of those things where I just had to go, okay, stop. Let it out. Let the good in. New mindset. And so with that mindset, down to the last of the last minute, second, I really didn't know 100%. I was pretty about 98.9% that I had hit Crown Princess on March 31st, but I had to wait till 2 a.m. to find out when everything reset to know for sure. So I was getting texts and messages. I finally dozed off for a little bit, and I woke up and waited till about 2 o'clock, and then I looked, and I was like, are you kidding me? We did it. I'm not saying me, because I didn't do it. I did not do it. I may have started this party back in 2013, but the party continued because the girls on my team kick ass. They kick ass. And so I don't care that it took me 4 years to become Crown Princess. I don't care. I am so proud of myself, one, for believing in myself and actually sticking to a goal and hitting that goal, but I'm so proud of my team that wanted it so bad for me. They wanted me to be a crown princess. They wanted me to be their crown princess. And that means a lot, to know that my team wanted it so bad for me, even though they were benefiting from it also. But it's just so awesome to have that kind of support from your friends. And then my husband started seeing these awesome checks come in. Not that they weren't awesome before, because my first check was $134, and I thought that was the best thing that had ever happened to me. Like, that was awesome. So but once those checks started coming in and he was seeing what could really happen, he was like, okay, get your butt out there. And that's what I'm doing, because I don't only want to make him proud, but I want to make myself proud. And that's what I've done. I've learned throughout this whole journey, because it is a journey, I've grown a lot personally. I've grown a lot as a leader, You can ask my girls who are still with me from the beginning. But I've grown so much and I've learned so much, and I keep learning every single day. Every single day, I keep learning. And, but the support that I've gotten from my husband and my team and my leaders and Joni, the support that I've gotten from Joni, I mean, at Crown Princess Retreat, she knew almost exactly what my GSV was. That's how close she watches us. She knew almost exactly. I think she was off like $4,000 or $5,000. So, man, what a journey it's been. I'm driving a car that I don't pay for. That's a blessing in itself. I'm so thankful. I'm grateful for everything that SeneStory has done for me. I just came back from Cabo, all expense paid trip to Cabo. My husband, I was able to take him and spoil him and have fun. We had so much fun. And Joni does everything. I mean, it's bigger go home for Joni. I mean, it is all the way bigger go home. And it was so much fun. And so I know that I want to be on all those trips. But you know what? The funny thing is when I think back from starting till now, the most important thing isn't the free stuff. It isn't the cars. It isn't the Crown Princess ring. It isn't the crown. It isn't the trips. It's the self-growth that I've gotten, and knowing that I'm in a company that believes in me as much as I believe in them. You know, we had this huge, and we still have it, out of stock issue, huge. And I don't know, God has had his hand in every bit of it. For them, for us, for our downlines, for every single person that is on this journey with SeneStory, because everything is starting to come back. The products are coming back and staying back. We have built or grown so much that they are having to build new facilities. They're moving out of ones that they've only been in for months. It's so crazy. So this isn't just to tell you my story in hopes that someone out there can relate to me and want to sign up underneath me and join my team. It's just to let you know, no matter what your journey is, what company you decide to go with, it's your journey and nobody can change that. If God is in the center of that, it's going to be the right one for you. And there's so many great companies out there, and I have lots and lots of friends that are actually selling different things from different companies, and they love it, and their lives have been tremendously blessed. However, the growth that we're experiencing in SeneStory has never been seen before in the direct sales and the multi-level marketing business, ever. The cosmetic side of, all cosmetic companies, everybody's in awe of what SeneStory has done. We have Chris Simonin, I can't remember his last name. He actually was the founder of Beachbody, and he is now working for SeneStory. And he said that in his 30 years of direct sales, he's never seen anything like this. We have a man that came from L'Oreal, and he's been on Joni's board of directors, I think like 4 or 5 years. And he switched over and came to work for SeneStory, and he's like, L'Oreal has never seen anything like this. Like, it's just crazy. Joni had to take over her manufacturing rights, and so that was a lot of the deal, is we couldn't keep up with supply and demand with the manufacturers she had used for almost 17 years. And so she had to take those rights back, build machines, build warehouses, and just from from what I've seen from the first day till now, it's been incredible. And I'm blessed to be a part of it. And I know for a fact that this is what God has called me to do. I know for a fact that this is where I belong. And the people that he has placed in my path, not just distributors and not just friends that sell from other states and Canada. I have friends in Canada and Australia, but my customers too. My customers and just the people that are in my circle, in my court, in my life. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for each and every one of them. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. So if you have any questions and you've ever thought about joining SeneStory or a multi-level marketing company and you don't know where to start, I would love to sit and have coffee with you and talk about it. No pressure. You can tell me no. It's not going to hurt my feelings, because I understand everybody has a different journey, and it goes back to God's timing. Because I've had some girls that have signed up 2 times, and the third time finally took. So you never know. You never know. And I just want to reach out and invite you to sit and play makeup with me. Sit and play makeup, and let's talk. Let's talk about what your goals are and the things that you want to do in life, and maybe SeneStory will be right for you. So I hope this gives you a little insight to me and what it's done for my family and for me personally, because that's been huge. And I don't know, just thank you for watching and listening to me, because I know there's other things that you could be doing right now. So I appreciate you. And if you don't want to sign up and you want some really great products, hey, I got those. Anyway, have a good, fabulous week, and I'll talk to you soon.